Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of This Week in AI. This was actually the first week in a long time where it was a little slower in regards to new news and releases and developments and all that kind of stuff in AI. So this will be a little bit shorter of a video, but I'll go through everything that I could find over the last 7 days. First off, Ramp, which is like a credit card banking processing type company. They have a lot of data on a lot of stuff, and they just reported that Anthropic is actually beating OpenAI according to their Ramp AI index. So that basically tracks how much businesses are spending on their actual credit cards or through their banks and stuff like that on Anthropic, OpenAI, Google, XAI, DeepSeek. Anyway, as you can see there, Anthropic just barely ticked past OpenAI for the first time. Big news for Anthropic, but OpenAI continues to nip at its heels. Okay, speaking of OpenAI, they just announced something called Daybreak, which is basically what they're calling it is frontier AI for cyber defenders. So what Daybreak does, according to OpenAI, is it brings together the most capable OpenAI models like Codex and their security partners to accelerate cyber defense and continuously secure software. Basically, it can find and fix vulnerabilities through Daybreak. They can cut through security backlogs. They can automate security detection, validation response, all that kind of stuff. This is really good because a common thing when we're like implementing AI into companies, especially if they're companies that have more secure information or data like law firms or medical companies or whatever, they want to make sure that everything is secure and that they're not going to put their clients' information at risk and that they're not going to be at risk of getting hacked and stuff like that. So OpenAI, this is a good step in obviously the right direction to assuage those concerns, and Anthropic has already been doing the same thing, so it's great to see. So on the Anthropic Claude side of things this week, the biggest development I saw is they announced a new thing called goal. So when you do /goal inside of Claude Code, basically it'll just keep Claude working until the goal is done. You can set conditions for this goal, but basically it is just an ever-working loop to accomplish the task that you set out for it, again, until it's done. And you can also like combine goals with /schedule, /loop as well, so they can do it on repeat, but a way to allow Claude to just work for you 24/7 all the time, getting stuff done for you. So I love this new feature from Claude, and yeah, if you haven't tried it out, you should definitely try it out. Just a few things on the creative side. There's a new company that just raised $12 million called True Short, which they're utilizing AI to help people make high quality cinematic level videos. And the teaser and the tool looks actually pretty cool. So they're backed by some big players in the investment world. They want to, as they say, empower the next kid to make Star Wars from their bedroom. Anyway, you can kind of see what it's capable of here, but True Short looks pretty awesome. So True Short is a new one on the like filmmaking side, and then Ponder is a new one on the like agentic video editor. So what that means is they're allowing you to create videos via typing, and that you can do so agentically. And the trailer for this one and this tool at first glance looks also very awesome. So two new tools that are very cool in the video editing and video production space. Creative's been around for a while. They have a lot of fun creative tools, and they just announced Crea 2, which you can see some examples here. I've used the first version of it, and it's actually quite powerful. As you can see, it has a little bit different of a take on how to produce creative with AI and the stuff that you can make with it. If this is your jam, check out the new update from Crea 2 and have fun. Okay, next is AI as it relates to LLMs and search engine optimization. So I talk about this here and there when applicable, but Shopify, who continues to be more and more integrated with OpenAI and Claude and Gemini as far as like being able to check out within those chat formats. So you can check out through Shopify stores inside of ChatGPT. It's in beta right now, but they're continuing to roll it out. Shopify just did like a deep dive study analysis and basically concluded, and the data, and I'll link to it below. AI referred shoppers convert better and spend more than if you were to just like randomly come across it via Google or whatever. So according to them, AI referred shoppers to Shopify sites convert at 50% higher rates and roughly 14% higher average order values than just Google search. So those are very, very meaningful numbers, especially in the e-commerce world where your margins are, you always got to stay on top of your margins. If you haven't started doing search engine optimization for LLMs and making sure your brand is one of the recommended answers inside of Chat, Claude, and Gemini, then you can get in touch. We offer that as a service to clients. But anyway, it's something that is already crucial and continues to be more and more important as time goes on. Okay, lastly, just a bit of quick news. So first of all, Trump took took like 15 CEOs of some of the biggest companies in our country over to China to work some deals. And I'm only mentioning this because it does relate to AI, since Elon went, Jensen Huang, the NVIDIA CEO, went, Tim Cook from Apple went, some other like CEOs of like semiconductor chip making companies went. Anyway, the takeaways from that meeting haven't been fully announced yet, but it is clear that Trump wants to work with China to try to accelerate AI and potentially get some deals done in favor of the US. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. There is rumors that Google and SpaceX are in talks to launch data centers in orbit, since AI demand is surging, and the SpaceX IPO details should be announced this week actually, so perhaps they'll touch on that when they release all the details for their IPO. But I thought that was really cool and interesting. There's this company called Isomorphic Labs who just raised over $2 billion. And I love this because what they do is they use AI to find cures to diseases and just medical unlocks across the board. So hoping to see further progress from them and others like them, because to me, this is one of the best uses, of course, of AI that we could possibly think of. Love to see that. That's all for this week. Shorter week. Hope you learned something, and let me know if you need any help with AI. I'd love to chat. Bye.